Big changes for the Jags. While the official announcement will not come until Thursday morning, you can see on the team's website Doug Marrone is now listed right there as head coach. The team's inaugural coach, Tom Coughlin, has been named Executive Vice President of Football Operations. General Manager Dave Caldwell also received a 2-year contract extension. News for Jags Sports Director Sam Kavaris is joining us this morning. Good morning to you, Sam. Thanks for getting up early with us. Do appreciate it. Sam, let's talk first about Marrone if we can, and about the decision, obviously, to make him head coach. So we had Josh McDaniels with the Patriots, Kyle Shanahan with the Falcons, coaches from the Cardinals, the Bills. I think there were about 6 people that were in line and were said to be in line for this. Is Marrone better than all of them?
Well, that obviously Shad Khan thinks so, and I think that what happened was when they fired Gus Bradley, some of the sources in the league that Shad leans on were telling him, don't look so far past the guy you have in your backyard in Doug Marrone, a guy who head coach at Syracuse, a guy who had a good reputation as a head coach in Buffalo and walked away from that job thinking he was going to get the head coaching job in New York with the Jets, but that didn't work out. Gus Bradley brought him to Jacksonville, and he was a very loyal lieutenant for the entire 2 years here as the assistant head coach and as the guy who was also charged with running the offensive line. I mean, if you wanted the big, splashy hire, you know, you could talk about Josh McDaniels or Kyle Shanahan or, you know, any of the other coaches that you talked about. An easy fit certainly would have been Mike Smith, who had been the defensive coordinator here, was a proven winner in Atlanta, and was a defensive coordinator in Tampa and still is. But, you know, Marrone has the advantage, Jen, of being here for 2 years and seeing the operation. He knows what's working, he knows what's not working, and he already in 2 weeks, I can tell you, as the interim head coach, he impressed me, put his stamp on the team just a little bit, and gained the respect of the players as a real leader. And I think that played into this decision-making. As you heard Shad say yesterday, he said, Doug is a good football man. And that's exactly what Coughlin and, in fact, Shad Khan were looking for.
Well, it's interesting, of course. Now let's move on to Tom Coughlin here. I mean, why not just make him the head coach?
Well, I don't, you know, as I reported about 2 weeks ago, in fact, 2 weeks ago tomorrow, the two sides met, and they couldn't find enough common ground to make Tom the head coach in terms of the input that he wanted to have in various spots in the organization. So they moved on from Coughlin quickly, and that's one of the reasons that they fired Gus with 2 weeks to go, because if they were going to hire Tom, they wanted to be able to interview him with an opening, and if he was going to be the guy, then hire him and let him build a staff. But they kind of decided that wasn't going to work, the two sides, but they kept talking. Now, the question we'll ask Thursday is, did Coughlin have input in hiring Marrone? Or did Marrone have to sign off to have Coughlin in the building looking over his shoulder the whole time? You know, I think you got to give credit to everybody here, because clearly Marrone has enough confidence in as being a coach, or he'd never taken the job, knowing that Coughlin is going to be in the building, a guy who won 2 Super Bowls as a head coach and was tremendously successful early on here in Jacksonville. You got to give credit to Caldwell for stepping his ego aside and saying, yes, I'll take somebody like Coughlin in as well in order to try to make the organization better. And I think you give Coughlin credit as well as a guy who's willing to come in, and if in fact this executive vice president job is like a full-time consultant, where Coughlin certainly has a lot of input. He's got a big personality, and he'll have a lot of input, but he doesn't tell Doug Marrone how to run practice or tell Dave Caldwell how to distribute his scouts. If he is the guy who is the tiebreaker about a particular player to draft, or Marrone can lean on him in situations that aren't going well and use some of his experience, this could really work very well. Conversely, if nobody really has a defined role well enough and they move outside the boundaries, it could blow up very quickly as well.
So then what I'm hearing, Sam, is it'll be interesting because Tom Coughlin really has a reputation as being, quite frankly, tough as nails. So is this more, he's not going to be on the sidelines, obviously, kind of helping call the plays, so to speak, but it's more going to be somewhat the pit bull for Shad Khan, looking over Dave Caldwell and Marrone?
Well, I think so, and you know, don't mistake Marrone's casual manner for not being a tough-as-nails guy. He has a different style as Coughlin, but they have the same philosophy, and he outlined that after the loss to Indianapolis. He said the players are going to have to understand the pressure that we have to put on them during the week in order for them to perform under that pressure on Sunday. And if they don't, that there will be consequences. Well, that's Coughlin's philosophy in a nutshell. Tom gets there a very different way than Doug gets there, but they both have the same thought. Remember, they both played at Syracuse. They both, are, kind of tough guys. Marrone's an offensive lineman. Coughlin was a running back. I mean, these are guys that are very similar in their philosophy of how a football team should be run. How they get there might be a little different, but there's going to be no slack under Doug Marrone, I can tell you that.
Sam Kavara is joining us, our sports director for News4JAX. Do appreciate it, Sam.